Who are you?
Hello, my name is Daniel. I am a gay, white, cisgender male who's lived in New York for over 20 years. I am married, I have a boyfriend, and I'm agnostic yet interested in spirituality, especially astrology. Shout out to all my Leo Virgos out there. I've lived all over the country and outside of it before settling in New York, and I've always been an avid traveler. Both of these experiences have profoundly informed who I am and have helped me appreciate the need for a multicultural approach to therapy. I love the ballet, museums, and film, and when I'm not working, I love to cook and grocery shop, actually. Things I always used to do with my mother, who was a food journalist.
And what made you become a therapist?
Oh gosh, good question. I'm fascinated by people's stories. My undergraduate degree was in film and television production, as well as psychology, and I worked for many years making documentary television, shows for Discovery, Travel Channel, Animal Planet. In this capacity, I interviewed a wide variety of people, including survivors of crimes, academics, people suffering from physical and mental health challenges, and even serial killers. In doing so, I came to understand the power of the narratives we create about our lives. I eventually decided to use this expertise to help people create new narratives, find new roles, and write new scripts.
And what is your therapeutic style?
I usually work from a mindfulness-based cognitive behavioral perspective. For anyone that hasn't heard of this, these terms basically mean we'll examine how your thinking affects your emotions and behaviors. By becoming aware of unhealthy thought patterns, we can learn to think differently, which will soften our emotions and subsequently prevent self-defeating behaviors. Beyond examining your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we'll look at our relationship, which I view as an important component of healing. Being aware of our dynamic will provide information about the ways you interact in relationships with others, as well as be a vehicle for having healing experiences of unconditional love. To do this, I think it's important to show that I am human too. I am not perfect, I also struggle. And to show this, I prefer not to be a blank slate, but to share myself and who I am. If you want to know, of course. I often work in a more direct manner, giving you concrete tools that you can use to help yourself, as well as skills to help you manage emotions or change habits. Of course, all this will depend on you. Each treatment will be a collaborative process, depending on what works best for you.
And what are your areas of expertise?
Well, I work with all mental health issues, anxiety, depression, anger management, etc. I do so through a trauma-informed lens, as that has been my main area of focus and training, both here and abroad. I actually used to work at a refugee center in East Africa. I also specialize in issues of identity, gender and sexuality, self-acceptance, and body image. I have specific expertise in working with stigmatized groups like LGBTQ+, HIV positive, non-binary and gender creative folks, sex workers, poly, kink, and other people from diverse sexual and gender experiences, as well as refugees and immigrants, and people living with complex trauma. Lastly, I specialize in relationship counseling, especially with polyamorous folks, polycules, triads, thruples, etc.
And what are your fees per session?
Currently I charge $375 for individual therapy, $425 and up, depending on the number of partners. For relationship therapy, I have limited sliding scale fee slots and payments accepted using credit card, debit cards, or HSA FSAs. So please feel free to email me for a free 15-minute consultation.